Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. I am here hanging with the Saucy Beaver and her baby, Maggie Lee, this little Saucy Beavs. Alright guys, so this video is going to be for those of you who are in the feminine energy and you've gone silent on your masculine, right? I know, what a change, right? I feel like many of you are used to them going silent, but this silence from the divine feminine has to do with feeling more attracted to a mature masculine energy. And for the longest while, many of you you've been kind of stuck in this place of feeling the need to nurture or take care of your divine masculine who's been operating from a wounded masculine energy. And that's why many of you have had to deal with a lot of the cycles, the ghosting, and even when you guys got ghosted or breadcrumbed or you felt a lot of manipulation or control. The key lesson was to understand that this is a divine masculine who needs to mature on the inside, their intellect, their emotional state of well-being. It's just, it wasn't as mature as it needed to be. And many of us in the wounded feminine energy saw this as a way of feeling like, ooh, here's something we can fix, right? But as we mature and as we hold ourselves accountable to that mature feminine energy, that mothering, that true mothering feminine energy within us, now we're starting to realize that, we can't have that healthy connection that we want with our divine masculines as long as they're operating in wounded masculine energy. And what's been keeping them operating in that energy is the need to constantly fix them or rescue them or go to their aid. So this reading is going to be for those of you who I feel like you've gone silent. Why have you gone silent? Can we confirm it? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands here, okay? So many of you just in this place of wanting to make a decision. Where are you going to plant this next wand? And I feel like it's certainly not going to be in your divine masculine's direction. I feel like just the look on this person's face, they're feeling so protective of this wand that they have in their hand, right? It represents many of you on the journey who, you've done a lot of inner work on yourself. Wands in itself represents, our passions in life. And I feel like many of you are starting to find your energy again. You guys remember in the community board when I posted, I saw this advice about like having healthy hobbies. I feel like that's the direction that many of you are now going in. It's like, how do I stop myself from the need to rescue another person, right? So many of you are, I feel like, going silent or distancing yourself from your divine masculine while they step on this journey to embodying that true father energy. That true father energy is going to help them heal. It's going to step up and it's going to help take care of them, push them in the direction that they need to go. Many divine feminines have taken on this role subconsciously or unconsciously, I should say, without even meaning to. You thought that you were helping, but it's like, and if anything is going to fix your divine masculine, it's going to be that fathering energy within his soul, that biological calling that says, hey, this is what it means to truly embody masculine energy, right? Because regardless of the outside factors, the way we were raised, the environment around us, I feel like a lot of your masculines, they can't blame societal or cultural programming anymore for the way that they are. Deep down inside, okay, they have this innate calling and they know exactly what it means to be a mature masculine, okay? Deep down inside, they can feel it biologically. So I feel like this distance is maybe many of you starting to say to yourselves, like, okay, I understand. I'm not supposed to be spending my time and energy trying to heal or fix this person. They have to do it on their own by mastering that balance within themselves, okay? Nonetheless, what is this distance teaching you both at this time about the connection between one another? Because I feel like even though you're silent and you're distancing yourself, divine feminine, it's like this face of this person here tells me that many of you still have hope. It's like by distancing yourself and going in another direction, you still have love for this person, right? Because I think that many of you are just like, okay, maybe if I genuinely do the right thing here, that's what's going to bring them healing. And it's doing a positive thing for your connection, because that's what it truly means to love someone, not to fix them, but to allow them the space to reflect and repair themselves. Many of you are allowing your masculines to go deeper within right now with the silence, and that's something new for many of the feminines, because I think like distancing yourself and going silent was really maybe difficult to do in the past. But what would be the outcome? Like, what is this both teaching you about the connection? Okay, so we have let your friends help you. And I feel like let your friends help you is going to come in the form of those hobbies. Okay, so many of you are going to be taking up new hobbies. It's like that seed has been planted. Okay, something that makes you money on the side. Maybe it's a side hustle. And making money is sometimes not all that bad. I feel like our programming around money needs to be changed for many of us who will resonate with this reading. I feel like a lot of you, like, making money makes you happy. It allows you to do things. If a lot of you are in a healthy place, you're going to feel like attracting this money allows you to take care of your family, and that is what brings you pride. Having money allows you to enjoy things with others who mean something to you, and that's going to be the push there. Okay, and I'm also getting a message too with like let your friends help you. Like, making money for many of you is going to be really easy once you start tapping into your creative side. It's just a matter of like shutting off social media, any apps right now on your phone that keep you distracted, delete it during the week, and download apps like Calendar and how to organize your time better, a good alarm system, and keep yourself on track, kind of like a drill sergeant, right? Except you guys are being accountable for now attracting things into your life that's going to help you to release this part of the journey where you're always exuding time and energy on trying to fix someone else. I feel like now is the time for many of you to invest in yourself, and it's going to be, again, in the form of these hobbies. Do something that makes you fit and something that makes you feel very creative, because a new love is brewing in the background between you and this person. Okay, this is for a lot of twin flames who just intuitively know that you guys aren't meant to be with anybody else other than one another. So the inner work becomes easier. That's why many feminines are now letting go and being very mindful of where it is they plant the next wand. What direction do you want the connection to go in? So let's find out, like, what aspects of this masculine's life is preventing them from moving forward. Okay, if many of them are just at the standstill, what does this mean? A lot of them could be shocked by the distance or the pulling away. What is this doing for them? Okay, we have the feminine card. I feel like it's helping them to tap into their feminine side because they've got nowhere else to go, really. Okay, that many of them could be missing their divine feminine, but I feel like that feeling is, missing that feminine energy within themselves. But they can't quite tap in to that energy until they start reparenting that wounded masculine from the father's side. Okay, and again, like, because we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, right now for your masculines, it's going to be that inner voice that says, I am here now, I'll take care of you. And that mothering energy that whispers, it's okay, I am here now, I'm going to take care of you. Okay, so it's a big time, but again, whatever's obstacle or whatever's stopping them, right now it's the need to tap into or balance that feminine energy within them. Okay, let's go ahead and find out like what you guys can expect, what kind of actions they're going to be taking towards you. Okay, that's too many, universe. What kind of actions is this divine masculine going to be taking towards the connection? If they are thinking about the connection at all, what actions do they plan on taking? Okay, I'll just take what's at the top. So we have Prince of Summer. Okay, so we have romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious. Okay, so falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Yeah, I keep hearing that song. I'm falling even more in love with you. And they're falling even more in love with you because they can't help it. It's like you're bringing out this beautiful side of themselves that, it's like that boyish energy, like the energy of boy versus man. I feel like a lot of your masculines have had really like distorted boy energy that was never healed, so it couldn't fully develop into man energy. And now they're allowing themselves to kind of heal, like that father voice within them that says, it's okay, I've got you. It's allowing them to be a child again. And I feel like a lot of your masculines need to go through this. They need to have like happy moments, moments that they can go and venture off and do things on their own or be alone. I feel like many of your masculines as well are very plagued by karmic situations that it somewhat held them in this wounded boy energy, okay, because it's only fed it. They attract a lot of karmics who, well into like their 20s and 30s, all they want to do is just like, my girl wants to party all the time, party all the... Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to dance with you. Ariel's in the background meowing. What are you meowing at? Huh? What are you meowing at over there? Huh? Me and Maggie are just partying. She's like, well, stop. But yeah, that's how your masculines have felt in some of these relationships that they've attracted into their life. And it's like, I feel like now is the time where they want to fall in love with someone who can reciprocate that energy in like a really healthy way. Many of your masculines, they are romantics at heart. They can be very flirtatious, but they've only seemed to attract partners who kind of prey upon that energy a little bit, because I feel like some of your masculines have attracted people into their lives who, just as much as many of us who are intuitives or empaths, we can read energy. There are other people out there with those abilities as well, but they use it to feed off of you. Okay? I feel like they've been sucked in into certain karmic situations where it hasn't always been appreciated in terms of them, being flirtatious or being captivating or wanting to romance someone. It's always been met with, I want more, I want more, I want more. And this is not good enough. I want more. Okay, and that's why a new love is brewing in the background, because I feel like they deserve to experience what it's like to be in a happy, healthy connection. And many of them do fantasize about it often with the divine feminine, but at this point, it's all it is. They can't seem to experience it until there's healing, until there's balance. And that's why you two always bump heads with this whole separation and distance thing. And that's the difference between the divine feminine and the karmics. The karmics will always continue to keep the divine masculines trapped in that wounded boy energy. They could be in like their 30s, approaching their 40s, and they'll always feel like a wounded boy on the inside. When they connect with their divine feminine, the reason there's so much friction is because, many of you are pushing them into being that healed, healthy version of what it is to be a man, in their masculine energy. Okay, so that's why you guys are being guided to give distance and to give space, because what's brewing in the background is definitely, this beautiful new love that many of you deserve. I feel like especially your divine masculines, because just the energy that I'm getting is like the separation is kind of hitting them hard. Like maybe you guys have like come together and separated and come together and separated. Like whatever is going on right now, there's even like deeper layers of the ascension to be experienced. It's like, I feel like a lot of your masculines are it's like they're sitting there like praying for one more shot because they just understood. But what they'll come to see is on a twin flame journey, it's like, of course you'll be granted that shot. Like it never ends between twin flames, but the only way you can, get that shot again is by doing the inner work. It's not by sitting there wishing and hoping and praying, but it's about taking action. Okay. I read something too where it's like manifestation without action is just a wish. So I feel like they're manifesting you, but the action that they're actually taking, divine feminine, is, taking on that inner work, accepting the distance between you both. Because when you guys go silent or distance, they avoid the work and they'll continue to stalk and like wait around, call you from fake numbers, text you from fake numbers, because they want that validation. But many of you aren't giving them that validation because that validation has become unhealthy for them. That's why I was saying, it's like if you feel the call to reach out to them and you know in your heart of hearts it's just not the time, like they need to walk a part of the journey on their own, you guys are going to dive right back into old cycles. All right, so I hope this helps in some way and that it wasn't, confusing or anything. But yeah, I love you guys. Take care, and I will catch you in the next reading, okay? All right, bye guys.